Hey everybody! Hi, Dr. Nick. I can never say that without automatically going into hi, Dr. Nick. But hi everybody, it is... Hi, Pi.
Hello.
It is... What, the 20th of August? It is August 20th. That's... You wanna know what I did today? I went to the post office and I mailed out 2 international packages that ended up costing me $76. Ow. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. Thank you.
That was a nice Dracula, Dr. Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody.
You're a lot better at it than I am. You have more lived experience doing Simpsons quotes.
That's true. I didn't just, read about them.
Listen, my shame.
Have you ever shared that?
I don't know if I've ever shared that.
It's fascinating.
So, what my husband is talking about, I don't know if you could hear him. The last international package he sent out cost you like 130. Woof! Yeah, well, so the one to the UK cost me 27, and the one to Australia cost me like 47. Ow. So anyway, what Michael is talking about is, though I have long been a fan of The Simpsons, and I watched it growing up, we got Alec with a resub. Thank you so much. Can we get some explosions in the chat? Inflammable means flammable? What? I can't see. I don't know why I just went Dracula there. But when I first started working in my very first, big girl job, I had a computer with a cubicle with walls all around me, and I didn't want to do something too conspicuous to, turn off after a bit. So I spent, a good 2 months reading episode summaries for every Simpsons episode that existed up till that point. So a lot of my cultural knowledge of The Simpsons is firsthand, I also have a lot of, oh yeah, I remember reading about that episode. I think this was up until, season 23 at that point. Yeah, right? It sounds like something you do because you're bored, and I was very bored. I read, oh my god, I read all about every Simpsons episode summary. I read about every amusement park disaster I could find. That was, that was wise and a thing that I chose to do. And then I found TV tropes, and I basically just had TV tropes open in a tab for 3 or 4 months straight. I did eventually have to stop. Because it was very much just it's a fucking time suck. A big, big time suck. Oh, there we go. Here's our delayed reaction, explosion. There we go. But yeah, so it was TV tropes, and then, the toast was a thing, and I spent basically the entire rest of that job reading the toast. And then the toast shut down. So anyway, we are going to be doing some more level grinding. Hooray! We got our team! Our team is slowly but surely getting up to level 45. And I have secured us a tier maker for when we need to take a break. Because that has been pretty fun for the past couple times. I've quite enjoyed that. I got a nice cold beer and I got some wrestling on the other monitor. Hell yeah! What flavor of wrestling are you currently enjoying on the other monitor? I am a casual wrestling do I want to say casual wrestling fan, or more so I just have New Japan, nice. Every time, so I have a brief story about New Japan. But like, it's not that I'm like a casual wrestling fan, but I have a lot of knowledge and a lot of friends who are really into wrestling, so I pick up stuff here and there from them. Caught up on this year's AEW, now you're into New Japan. Nice. AEW appears to be my my current favorite. But every time I see New Japan abbreviated as obviously NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, I read it as New Jersey Power Washing. Every time, without fail. And I don't know why. Bubble Beam. So every time we talk about New Japan, I'm like, yeah, power washing, let's go, power wash simulator. Even though I know my logical brain says, they're talking about wrestling, you fucking genius. So, it's okay. Though I have been quite tempted to pick up, like, I have Power Wash Simulator. I just haven't tried it. Moosh is concerned about that. What are you talking about, the trap? Moosh, there's no trap here. So today's, like I said, today's adventure were not particularly adventurous. I went to the post office. I got my eyebrows waxed, which was a delight. I haven't done that in a while. And then I came home and I put my laundry away. I have not put my laundry away in weeks. I hate it. I am not a fan of putting laundry away. You can't, why? Sunspore should not be able to be used on a steel type. I really think that should be against the law. But as on the tier, oh, I wonder if that exists. If there's like a tier maker of shitty chores. Create a household chores tier list. Oh my god, I have this one open and the other one. After family brunch, my mom came over to your place and helped you cook. Oh, that's the fucking dream, man. That I need. I am currently fighting, I don't know if they're fruit flies or drain flies, but they are currently attacking my house again, so I just had to redo my fly traps. And God, there's already one in here? I just changed this like 3 hours ago and there's already dead flies in there. Don't have the worst kitchen habits. My mom's the queen of organizing. She really got me up to par. I just need somebody to help me reset a lot of things. And like, yes, I have a built-in roommate with my husband, but there are some days where I get home from work and I'm fucking dead. He gets home from work and he's fucking dead. And everything goes by the wayside. So, there's that. But one of the things I would like to do tomorrow is clean the living room. I think that might be one of the reasons we're getting so many fruit flies right now, is because I'm pretty sure they're having a... Oh no, I shouldn't have used ghosts. This is normal type in this game. Fuck. Oh, damn it. Oh. Oh, it did something. Fire might solve this mess problem. I mean, you're not wrong. You're very not wrong. No, don't use Aqua Ring, you little bitch. Ugh, and I'm paralyzed, and now it's gonna get healed. Dang it. It's mostly, the problem is my chinchilla. Because he is a little terror, and there is no way that he's decided to keep all of his stuff in his own cage, and therefore it gets all over the place. And I think it's the chinchilla food that may be impacting a lot of the stuff we've got. Also, hey JT, good to see you, man. Hope you are having an acceptable evening. Alright, good job, Moosh. Moosh is the best. let's go heal. Okay, good. I also got very, very sad news today that my beloved cheese store in town is closing at the end of the month. I am devastated and bereft by this news because the cheese store is closing. And, like, I am peak white person in that I can be easily misled with the promise of cheese. I'm so sad. I'm very sad about this. So, like, okay, I moved to my current apartment like 10 years ago. It was not quite 10 years, 2013. And one of the things I used to do is, like, a lot of my coworkers live down here, and the cheese store used to have this thing they call $5 Fridays. And you would pay $5, and they had 5 different types of cheese that you could taste. And you could taste as many as you wanted, and they had crackers and jams and spreads and different ways. Hey, Mitch! Different ways to, like, try the different types of cheeses, and there were sheep's milk, cow's milk, goat milk cheeses, really stinky blue cheeses, really creamy, like, fresh cheeses. It was wonderful. And they also had they're not closed until the 31st. They also have amazing sandwiches. And I'm very sad, but they posted on Facebook today that they've made the decision to close the store as of the 31st. And my heart just broke in fucking half, man. That place, I have such good memories of there. Like, JT, I'm pretty sure we went there. I'm so sorry. My husband and I went there. I've been there on multiple occasions. Anytime somebody would come to visit me, I would take them to the cheese store. Last time I was down there, I spoke to him and gave hints that it was near the end. Sad to see this coming too true. Oh, that breaks my heart. I know they didn't have the best rebound once things started to open back up, but I will be very sad to see it go. And hopefully next weekend I can go get a cheese sandwich. They had the best, they called it the pig and fig, and it was rosemary, like fresh rosemary ham with fig jam and brie. Is it brie? I think it's brie. And it was delicious. I very much loved it. And it was just, the crunch of the fig jam was perfect. So I'm gonna have to see, maybe I can get some fig jam before they close. But now where am I gonna go to get my fucking cheese? Like, if I wanted a super special cheese, it was really easy to go to the cheese store. Like, oh yes, I'm just going to take a trip to the cheese store. Now I gotta actually, like, look for things. I guess I could probably go to some of the more bougie supermarkets. But I'm gonna try for tomorrow, see if we can get one more roast beef. Hell yeah, man. Gosh, such a good fucking sandwich. I was, between the pig and the fig and the croque monsieur, I was just made in the shade. It was so good. Ugh, alright. It's got a fucking hailstorm. Let's try Shadow Ball, see if that does anything. I mean, we have, so there's another place not too far from here that is I don't want to say it's like an upscale grocery store, but it's like a slightly more upscale farm market. They are well known for their apple cider, their non-alcoholic apple cider. So I'm wondering if they have a similar sort of, I mean, like, their cheese selection has been pretty good. So let's see if it'll compare to the cheese store. shit's good. So you made me go custom slice all the hunk I have in the fridge. Oh, I'm so sorry, but first off, what kind of cheese is it? That's the big question here. All I have is Milano. Ooh. I have jalapeno popper cheese curls, which are pretty dang tasty. Recently learned Canadian cheese. Ooh. Just cheese puffs with they're a little spicy. They're very tasty though. Like dang. Like a more flavorful hard mozzarella. Ooh. That sounds good. I should not be eating on stream. I don't like eating on stream, but you will all be surprised to find that the tier makers I have scheduled for right now are not pizza or not food related for the first time. It's great on pizza. I had some sad pizza today, so now I'm very excited by this concept. We went to Michael went to Lidl and got like a fresh pizza, and it sucks. Do not like, would not recommend. Just don't use Paris song. No. Oh shit. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna swap in.
Just a package this size.
What is that?
Shoved in. Look at the size.
Dumbasses. Rank all of the modern 70s style retro prog rock bands from Sweden today. That might be fun. Also, I'm not ignoring you, Dan, I promise. But this is just what happens. Like, I pick up a snack, and I'm like, hell yeah, snack time. And I completely forget that I'm streaming and trying to talk to people. So good, though. Alright, enough. Oh. Again, I think I'm gonna swap in. Nobody, I'm gonna run. I am too close to dying to feel comfortable taking that fight on right now. So the two... Obviously, I just created the household... I've just found the household chores tier list. And then... But the one that I'm going to be doing first is the updated Pokemon starter tier list maker to include 2022's Scarlet and Violet starters. So that should be pretty fun. But the last two streams I did food-related ones. The first one we did, like, ranking the Taco Bell menu, which that was great. And then last stream we ended up ranking, it was a list of, like, casual and fast and fast casual restaurants. Yes, dear. Oh, no! Bring that over here. Now, are those real? My husband liked my Crocs so much he just bought his own. There we go. Last time you went to Taco Bell was 2015. Now, was that by choice, or do they just not have a whole hell of a lot of them in Canada? I'm curious. They look very comfortable, honey. Wait, they shoved the Crocs in the mailbox? Oh my god, what the fuck, mailman? Our last time I went to Taco Bell was Wednesday. That was also the last time that I went to Taco Bell. Plenty of Taco Bell here I've never found is super inspiring. You know what? That is totally valid, and I completely understand. I just... Oh, I should have used hypnosis on it first! Bastard! Super bastard. Fine, you know what that calls for? Well, you can still order some related type. Ooh. "2015 was the year my band released our second album. We partied the day after our CD release show, and each of us went to a different place and just loaded up on party supplies." Oh my gosh. JT, I've had pretty good luck ordering weird stuff from the menu through the app. One of us went to a vendor, got a shit ton of beer. One of us went to Taco Bell, got a case of tacos. One of us went and got 2 party buckets of KFC chicken. Oh man, yeah! Sounds great! I should have fucking Kiryu out. Like, that was just breakfast? Amazing! Amazing! I love it so much. No! Stop using Perish Song on me, you bastards! These polytoads are fucking brutal. Honestly, I miss being in a band so damn much. I have never been in a real band myself. But I have been friends with a lot of people who are musicians, and it just, man, it's such a good vibe. When you have like a band that's really got their shit together, such a good vibe. This being my 20s when I could take beer, Taco Bell, and KFC for breakfast and not feel like I was gonna die in the next 12 hours. Also true. Oh, I'm still asleep. Fuck. Yeah, I tend to push the limits a bit when it comes to breakfast food, because I don't necessarily keep weird hours, but I do keep like weird location. So let's see. Yesterday for breakfast I had an entire cup of rice pudding. It's food, but it's not like solid good food. I mean, it's good, but it's not a meal. And yet that's all I ate until I think very sparingly during the week, but on weekends I go hard on breakfast. Dude, big same. I love me a good, like a big fucking diner breakfast. Oh, I also gotta talk about the amazing place. So we were the location that I have been at for work for the past couple days is it's a particularly nasty truck storage site in Newark, which is one of the more urban areas of the state. And it's just really gross. And the people that own the place, well, the people that lease the place from the owners decided randomly, hey, we're just gonna backfill everything with asphalt millings and tamp it down so that oopsie doopsie, everything that was on the ground is lost now. And we had several monitoring wells that just fucking disappeared because they buried it with these asphalt millings. And we found that there's one well that has a significant amount of product in it. And next week we have a vac truck scheduled to come and basically suck out all the gross shit, which is fun. But we couldn't find it. So we had a surveyor come out on Friday to locate the coordinate location of where this well was. And they found the location, they stuck a nail in and said, it's here. So my coworker, bless his fucking heart, my coworker takes the claw end of my mason's hammer and starts fucking jamming it into the ground to try to dig out the well. And he's digging, and he's gone for like 45 minutes before he comes back and says, hey, I need to sit down, I'm about to pass out, because it was hot yesterday. And so we drive the truck over to where he's been, because I was sitting on another well doing something else. This well is buried under 14 inches of asphalt millings. Like, I do have a picture of it, and it's one that I can actually show you. Let me just get to it. We have an awesome local diner near me, but they just upped their price of the Pick 4 combo went from $8 to $11 overnight. Ouch. So, okay, hopefully this will come through on screen pretty well. But that's... Here, let's go big screen real quick. That hammer is how far deep the well was buried. You can see the actual, like, you can see the monitoring well cover. It's bananas. It's absolutely bananas, and I was just incensed that they decided to just do that without clearing it with anybody. It's a lot. It's an awful lot. And there's another one that we couldn't find because it was just buried so deeply. Like, it was buried even more deeply than that one. Yeah. Yep, Newark. Good guess. I don't think did I say Newark? But either way, you're right. And so, after our very, very busy day yesterday, we decided that we wanted some food. Because, of course we do. And we ended up going to... We were about 10 minutes... I was there for my job recently, too. Not a fun... Yeah. So we realized that we were about 10 minutes out from the Ironbound, which is known for being a hub for, like, Spanish and Portuguese food. And we were like, let's go. Let's fucking do this. Let's get something interesting. And there was an episode of Man vs. Food filmed in New Jersey not too long ago. And they went to this sandwich shop in the Ironbound. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's go. Let's see. We're like 10 minutes away from this. Let's just fucking go. And it was really good. I was genuinely surprised at how tasty the food ended up being, because it was super fresh. And hang on, I do believe I have a copy of the menu. Yeah. Here, I will copy the link and paste it in. This should hopefully open. But I got the number 2. And it ruled. It was delicious. If I have to go back to this site, I will gladly go back to that sandwich shop. But yeah, that was... This week was a really weird week. Food, like, just work-wise, food-wise, everything-wise. Just a really weird fucking week. Fucking Obama snow. Obama snow. Is it off of Broad Street? I'm not sure. We ended up going the back way. So we ended up going, hang on, let me do a directions real quick. I'm not gonna show it, so it's off of directions to this one. Details. It's off of, like, Roanoke Ave, which is in the weird, like, the back area. But it was super tasty, and I really enjoyed it. And I will, if I end up there again, I will eat more sandwiches. Also, the fries were really good. Big mouth. Which one was that? You're tuned out. What was super tasty? Oh, I dropped a link to the menu of the place that I went for lunch yesterday. I think I think the Big Mouth was the one that was on Man vs. Food. After all, I once had beer, Taco Bell, and KFC for breakfast. Yes! So good, though. More Obama snows. You know, these get pretty decent experience, though, so that's okay. So I'm hoping... Oh! Speaking of food that Officer Dan would like, we also finally went to the really good barbecue truck. No! Don't hurt you. Oh no, I use swagger, so that's dangerous. Just got an ad for Sylvester Stallone movie, and like, he's still making movies? Really? Okay. Nope. I'm running. I cannot afford. Nope. Oh, you know what I might need to do? I might need to swap in. I'm gonna swap in Nagatha. Just in case. Because Nagatha has the smoke ball. And Nagatha can just get the fuck out of there. Without dying. It's called Samaritan, I guess. Looks like some kind of superhero adjacent thing. Oh, God. I feel like how's Elisa saving? Elisa's doing alright. Elisa's doing pretty okay. Elisa's looking for... Okay, I got hyper potions. I guess that'll be fine. Saw the ad, doesn't look bad. Interesting. Oh, you know what? It must be... I've been live for long enough that it started to do my mid-roll ad. Interesting. Oh, fuck, it's doing that thing again. Okay, I need to save and restart. I don't know why it does this. File just kind of like gets a little weird and fucky, and then I need to start it over again. Close. Open. It's missing now! God, I wish. But yeah, I'm doing alright. Rom, how are you doing tonight? Are you not working? Are you back from work? Okay, let's go heal. We're getting close. We're getting really close Unfortunately, we're working with the Pokemon that are going to take a lot longer to get to 45 than the others. So right now, okay, my team is, we've got Moosh, who's at level 42. Moosh is my Bronzong. We've got Watermelon, who is at level 41. We've got Kiryu at 45. We've got King Gary at 45. We've got Nagatha at 45. And we've got Gabe at 41. Went downstate to visit family after a 7-hour drive. One of them called me to advise me to not step foot in their place because of the sea. So I'm going to try to crash somewhere and drive back home tomorrow. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can you get, like, a cheap hotel room or something? Somewhere that you can safely stay? Because that's brutal. I also, again, would not advise you driving all the way back tonight. Because that's a no bueno, man. Alright, Moosh, try to put this guy to sleep before he perish songs you. Fine. Double slap. Did you really hit me 5 times? Oh, no! Oh, God, you're that... Oh, that's brutal. I did not know where approximately downstate y'all were. Oof. God, that sucks. Ooh, I crit! That's good. Stay asleep. Yeah. See, like, those are particularly annoying because obviously the Politoed are going to give me the best experience in the area, but they all have fucking Perish Song, which is evil. I feel like my husband is yelling at me from the other room. Which, fine, I probably deserve it. I'm just happy to have all of my laundry put away. Alright, rollout should not do much. And now you're trapped into rollout. Also, just the concept of a 7-hour drive and still being in the same state is mind-boggling to me. Like, I know, clearly I know that Future Sight. Keep old moves. I don't want Future Sight. But, like, if I drive 7 hours, I'm in, like, 5 states away, at least. Like, I'm at least in North Carolina by then. Or, I think, we could probably, I think it's a 7-hour, like, a 6 or 7 hour drive to Maine. So, that's what we're gonna be doing that at the end of the month, or early next month. Not this month, next month. Oh, that was like no experience. What the hell? Dangers, dangers, dangers. Just don't use swagger and I'll be okay. 7 hours is from my house to Las Vegas with breaks. Yeah, now I'm curious. I'm gonna do a map real quick. An off-camera map so that you guys can not dox me. Not that anybody here particularly would, but... Okay, so it's not... That's too far. Okay, yeah, so it's about a 7-hour drive from here to Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, seven and a half hours from here to Raleigh. Which is just really funny to me. But that's also through, what, New Jersey? I still... So that's New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Washington, D.C. I think there's a little bit of West Virginia in there, then Virginia. Yeah, a little bit of West Virginia, and then North Carolina. So that's like 5 or 6 states. But, so the concept of driving 7 hours in one state is... Y'all got some real big states out there. Super cheesy power metal? I fucking love it. I love some good super cheesy power metal. I'm not super in the loop right now, but like, also, okay, I also need to rephrase because I'm pretty sure when the term super cheesy power metal comes to mind, I think of like Dokken. And Dokken is not particularly power metal, they're just kind of glam metal with a problem. Classic Rhapsody like oh man, I could never simulate it. Damn. I think I've told you this, but way longer than I care to admit, I spent listening to Dragon Force and also like going to see Dragon Force live, which was a really fun show, but I spent most of it being mad that my ex was there and I didn't want to deal with him. No! What do you mean? Dragon, they were, you know what, they were fun. They were really fun. I enjoyed it. Oh, don't use swagger on me. This is what I didn't want. Don't hurt yourself in your confusion. Good! There we go. Alright, go to bed, Obama Snow. So they're like the only metal show I've ever been to where they actually opened up a wall of death, which was very funny. Do I have anything that... Oh, you know, I've got full heals. That should probably remove confusion, right? I always say it that way. Thanks, Mr. Obama Snow. A wall of death. I did not participate. If this makes me lose Moosh, I'm gonna have to use a sensu beam. Don't hurt yourself, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt yourself. No! Oh god, I'm out of there. I'm fucking out of there. I am not losing. Nope, I can't lose Moosh. Moosh has been my lifesaver. I was a sophomore in college when we went to go see Dragon Force. And like the show itself was fascinating, but I had an ex-boyfriend who was a bit of a stalker, like in retrospect. And he just, like, every time I wanted to go to a show, he would end up there somehow, even for bands he had like zero interest in. Because he thought that's how... Well, since I watched Tristan, the minute and a half of commercials just so... Oh, God, I'm so sorry. But yeah, literally, he would go to all of these concerts because he thought that that's how he was going to win me back after sleeping with my best friend. Anyway, point of the story is Dragon Force was fucking brutal. I had a great time at the show. Everybody's just gotten really out of hand on Twitch lately. I'm debating because they just gave us the option to like mess with our ad breaks as affiliates, and I am genuine. You know what? I wonder if I can do that while I'm broadcasting. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to mess with them. Because it's gotten to a point that it's just abysmal. And I don't want to... Okay, let's see. Is under stream settings? No. 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 Shut up! Rena, come on, man. Oh, I think it's under affiliate. There we go. I'm gonna mess with this. There we go. I'm gonna change... There, I disabled Ads Manager. Let's see if that helps any. Yeah, because I'm going to mess around with it a little bit more. So watching a speedrunner this past weekend, I asked a question about the run, and they started answering my question and were immediately cut off by a full 2 minutes of ads. When I asked to repeat the answer, they were like, oh, sorry, I can't remember. They actually do. They actually do have... I mean, that's what a paid subscription does, but there is another... I actually do pay for it. I just gotta find where it is. Twitch Turbo. It's like $8 a month. And like, I mean, yes, that it does it because I was gonna remove rolling out. Really? Did they change that? Because I haven't really encountered that. Yeah, watching with Turbo means no pre-rolls, no mid-rolls, no companions, and no display ads. Because that's like literally the only reason. Yeah. Watching with here. Because this is the only reason I still pay for it is because, my God, I hate Twitch ads. Twitch ads are way worse than YouTube ads. So the paid sub only removes them for individual streams. So if you subscribe to my channel and you go to watch somebody else, you still get ads if you don't want to subscribe to them. So I can see, I pay for it because there are a lot of people that I don't subscribe to. Like I don't really care to subscribe to a lot of larger channels, simply because I watch them very infrequently, and it doesn't benefit me any. But I mean, I'm not gonna force anybody's hand to subscribe to me. That's not how I do. But for me, it's one of those, like, if I'm watching a speedrunner, or if I'm watching, like, GDQ, or, like a big, like a stream, charity event, I don't necessarily want to subscribe to that. But I would be happy to want to get rid of ad. Yeah, so it's literally, it's like $8 a month. Does any turbo money go to the streamers? I'm not sure, actually. I think what I believe happens with turbo is I think that any, view my subscription. Now I want to look. It doesn't say. But I believe that, like, it's a lot like Twitch Prime, where if you use your Prime sub, it will still, like, you'll give benefits to the streamer. But I will tell you that as for, you know, things that help me as the streamer financially, ad breaks give me like a fucking pittance. So you would be like, by not watching an ad, it's like what, $3 or 3 cents, I think. And the ad breaks still run. It's just you wouldn't necessarily get that. I should have used hypnosis on this. Curses. Foiled again. And he just used parish count. Fuck. Run. Can't escape! Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, that was close. Yeah, so like the ads will still run, but you just won't see them. And I believe it is the action of the ad running that gets the streamers money back. At least that's how it works on Twitch, I'm pretty sure. So it's not detrimental to have Turbo as well as a subscription. Because, like, honestly, if I subscribed to as many people as I wanted to a month, that would probably be, like, $50. Out of curiosity, what have I found to be the best source of revenue as a streamer? Either direct donations or subscriptions. Subscriptions are a little testy at times. Fuck you, Parish Song. Because, let's say for a $5 subscription, we only get $2.50 of it, but direct donations are the best. Like, it's a 1-for-1. I've found. Like, I don't usually get like fees taken out or anything like that. Also, it's very funny that as soon as you ask that question, Moobot comes up with the give Elise money spiel. No! You little bitch baby! No, I'm asleep. I don't want to be asleep. I need to leave. This is very brutal level. This is a very brutal leveling. Like, so for me, there's a handful of reasons that I will subscribe to a channel. One, because they're my friend and I want to help them. 2, they have really good emotes that I want to be able to use. 3, a combination of the two, mostly. But places like either like the Stream Elements donation or supporting on Patreon, or I think I even have like one of those Ko-Fis, coffees. Oh, what the who and the how is this? We got Mitch with a $4.20 donation.
Direct donations. Like this?
Direct donations exactly like that. Thank you so much. Can we get some explosions in the chat? Yes, Mike, the explosion. I forgot that I had it set up to talk, which is very funny to me. But the explosion is so funny. I love it so much. Also, I did not realize that the suggested donation amounts are $3.33, $4.20, $6.90, and $13.37. What, did I set that up or does it do that automatically? Because that's really funny. That's really funny. Why does everybody have fucking swagger? Oop, oh hey, there's a success. You've just received your very first tip. I might have set those amounts. I don't remember. So I used to use Streamlabs, so I haven't really done a lot of looking with the Stream Elements stuff. I don't think I'm funny enough to have put in all of those. That was really fucking funny though. And again, thank you so much for that donation, Mitch. I genuinely do appreciate that. I've had several people nag me for a bits bag, or like a bit jar or a bit cup, but I can't seem to get it to work. So I'm gonna have to fuck around with Streamlabs again, because it's a very, very irritating sort of ordeal. Ow, damn it, that's stupid. All right, so Monday I had a field site in the middle of the woods. Doesn't really matter where in the state it was the middle of the woods. And we had to do a lot of brush clearing in order to navigate. And there were so many thorn bushes and we call them the hitchhikers, the little, like the briars, the burrs that catch onto your clothing and stick there. Oh, he out fucking hypnosized me, you little bitch! I need to be faster is what I really need right now. So, the pants that I wear for field work in the summer are quite thin. Oh no, I don't like this. This just keeps using swagger on me. That's scary. I'm gonna try to use one of these guys. So the little briars were so thick that they actually stuck, they irritated my skin through my pants, and I had a giant, like, reaction to whatever the fuck they did to me. And it was awful. And it's still itchy. I hate these stupid... Are you kidding me? Oh, I don't like this. Don't hurt yourself, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt yourself. Thank you! And, oh my god. Don't hurt yourself. I hate this so much. That should have been an easy removal. But yet. Son of bitch. But yeah, so that site was where I found, we were doing test pits. Which is when you get one of those, like, the big Scooby boys, and they just dig out a shitload of dirt, and, in the two of the test pits, we found just a shitload of glass bottles. Do you have full heals? I want more of these. There. And I kept one because it was this little glass vial that looks a lot like, y'all know in Emperor's New Groove what Kuzco, like the poison for Kuzco's poison, it looked like that, but it's red and there's like a stopper in it. It's fascinating. I'm never opening it, but it is gonna be fucking impossible to get Moosh to 45. I might just get Moosh to 44. So I need more cheese. Good choice. Good fucking choice. After stream, I'm going to eat so many cheese. Maybe, I might do... Also started the dishwasher. Nice! I might do a, 4-person nachos tonight. And just do some, like, tortilla chips with some cheddar cheese and stick it in the microwave for a minute. I haven't had that in a hot minute. I really like it, though. It's good shit. Don't hurt yourself, don't hurt yourself. No! What did I just tell you? I said don't hurt yourself! This motherfucker needs to stop using swagger on me. Oh, thank God! I wish there were a better place to do this grinding right now. Oh, that's cop-out! That's baloney. Boo earns. Okay, good. Rollout will not hurt me. But extrasensory will hurt you. Yeah, I guess ultimately I found that, for me, there is not a lot of income for streaming or revenue, the source of revenue, which is one of the reasons why I'm, like, it's such a pain in the ass, but I'm trying to, plus just been relatively only, so I totally lost here past the battle system. So this is a remake of Gold Silver, which is the next game in the series. So it's not too far off. I was gonna say 30 plus years of, like, what did you play this as, like, a 5-year-old? No. Like, come on. But, so, and this is just more stupid kind of shit, because this is where my brain's at right now. I am 250 subscribers away from 2,000 on YouTube. And YouTube is even harder because their partner program is very unfriendly to certain types of channels. At least that's what I've found. Because the thing that I'm having the hardest, or the most difficulty with... Alright, hang on. Mental rewind. I had been in the partner program, but then they decided that they were going to remove partner program from anybody that had less than 1,000 subscribers. I mean, and this was like 5-6 years ago at this point. So I've been slowly building my way up there, and I've been at over 1,000 for like 1.5 years, 2 years now. But I can't seem to get the watch hours. I need to have like 4,000 watch hours over the course of a year. And right now, I checked it today, and I'm at like 1,900. I'm like, how do I... What? And it's very frustrating because, like, I have an audience. I have people that watch my stuff, but it's so fucking niche, I assume, at least that's my assumption, that I'm not getting the eyes that a good amount of, like, the toy channels would, I suppose. Played with Diamond Pearl, but sadly I can't get Pokemon different in my life anymore, so I kind of left them behind, but I do enjoy living vicariously through others. Of course! I mean, I'll readily admit that I have not completed a Pokemon, well, like, when I say complete, I mean, like, go through, like, the Elite Four and the Champion. I have not completed a Pokemon game since, like, XY. Might not even be worth it at this point. I know so many people with great content like you that just can't survive under YouTube's system. It's true, and like I realize that it's always going to be supplementary to my day job, right? Like I am not ever going to reach the point where I can make a living off of my creative endeavors, shall we say. And I get that. Like, it's not gonna happen. I started too late in the game for YouTube, and Twitch is more just for, you know, Twitch is... Oh, thank you kindly for that follow. Twitch is more just like me shooting the shit playing video games with friends. You know, I don't ever anticipate this to be lucrative. But the extra cash on YouTube would be nice. Is he just bitch slapping my Pokemon? That's exactly what he's doing. Double slap is effectively the bitch slap move. Yeah, stay asleep. Yes, good. Yo, hey Michelangelo, how are you doing? Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. October is my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. Like, I get it's not going to work for me, but I tried quitting YouTube, didn't work, so I'm just going to keep going till I can't anymore. And I think that's the other thing. Like, ultimately, I do the YouTube thing because I like it. You know, I know I'm not going to make bank off of it, but I still have fun doing what I'm doing. So as long as I'm having fun with it, I don't see any reason to not. So that just seems to work. That's the way the brain is spinning there. And like I'm in a position in my professional life where I like my day job. I'm never gonna say that I love my day job because that's just capitalism talking. But I ultimately like what I do. I like the company I'm at. I like the people that I'm working with. It's fine. So as long as I can supplement that, which is not necessarily creative or mentally fulfilling, with something that does creatively and mentally fulfill me, I think I'm okay. Doing well, went to Coney the other day and got a dang dog. Nathan, it's been a while. Your vid inspired me, reminded me it used to be a yearly visit. Oh man, that's some good shit. Was it just like a regular hot dog, or did you get one of the fancy ones? Started on YouTube in 2006. I have a video with 30,000 views from that year without trying. Now I post a video with effort, 10 views. Yeah, it's a cruel fucking mistress, man. It really is just a cruel fucking mistress. And like I said, as long as it's still enjoyable for me, like as long as I still like the process, as long as I'm still like, if I wake up and be like, oh god, I gotta fucking edit a video today, then I might need to like take a step back and reevaluate, because that's, I want to go to Coney. You should. Coney was really fun. Just had him throw in some grilled onions and kraut. Ooh, good shit. Oh, why did I do Shadow Ball? I should have done extra sensory. Yeah, you did. That is correct. SAUERKRAUT. Very good. So like when I started doing YouTube in like 2016, like, I mean, you were there, you know. Like everything in my life had just kind of upended at that given point in time, and I thought, well, let's just give it a try and see what fucking happens, right? Because I knew that I wasn't going to, like, as much as I would like that to be the case, I knew that it wasn't going to be my profession. It was always going to be a hobby. Unless something fucking bananas happens and somebody latches onto my videos and they decide to just pay me for it, cool. But I doubt that. I have a similar mindset, by the way. Work's not ideal, but some jobs are okay, and I want to get my creative fulfillment on the side more for fun. Yeah, that's... And it's hard because it's a challenge in that sense, because, you know, when you make something you love your job, does it take the fun out of it? Does it take the interest out of it? You know, are you going to feel as burdened by your creative fun things as a job as you would be in your profession? Or, you know, if it's not your profession, you're interim? It's a hard call. It can be so hard finding the time, the desire to do it for fun when you're so busy with a real job. Yeah, I totally get that. And that, I'd say that goes for any creative aspect. You know, it doesn't have to be making YouTube videos or playing video games. It could be, or, you know, playing video games on Twitch, I suppose. It could be, you know, and this is just me understanding what my friends in here are doing. It could be making music. It could be playing in a band. It could be filmmaking. It could be art. You know, are you okay with finding a good balance? And what does that balance have to be to make you, to fill the fulfillment, you know? Because there are definitely days where I get home from work and I'm like, fuck it, I gotta edit. And those videos don't end up as good as the others. Because, you know, you can tell when I have checked the fuck out of a video that I'm making. If I don't have the passion for something that I'm talking about, it's just not as good of an end product. And I only have a handful of videos that I can mentally pinpoint as ones that I am disappointed with how they came out because they're rushed, or I didn't like what I was doing but felt like I needed to put it out anyway. And, you know, it's a shame, because in a different universe or in a different mindset, they could have been really good videos. But instead it was, oh shit, I need to get something out for a Friday, or oh shit, I need to get something out for a Wednesday. And it just doesn't end up happening. I mean, and especially, you know, I'm not trying to particularly call anybody out here, but if, you know, like if your day job has associations with what you like to do in your creative endeavors, it can be hard to turn off work and turn on fun or turn on creative, you know, like if, so I'm thankful in a sense that my day job ain't got shit to do with what I do for fun, because it would be very taxing for me. You know, I used to joke about, like, leave mean computer to come home to good computer. You know, and that's true. I do that a lot of times, but it's different, you know? My friends don't live in the work computer. let's see if I can put this guy to sleep. He's just faster than me. I'm so close to 45 though, y'all. I'm so close to 45. Don't hurt yourself. You little bastard. Oh my god, it's gonna use double slap. Please don't hit me 5 times. Please just hit me like 3. Why? Don't hurt yourself. Ugh, we're running. Spent all day looking at the bad screen, now I'll reward myself by turning on the good screen. Exactly! Just like that! But good screen, like... I find that... Oh my god, I can't escape! I just want to do the one! There. Okay, good. Plus side, I found all the free time that came with the pandemic and the quarantine 2 years ago really made my art suffer. Yeah, I found it really hard to stay motivated. Just as a general, it felt like, at least, you know, when we shut down, because we went to work from home in, I think it was like March 18th, right? And I was a contract employee, so they didn't always have hours for me. So I spent a lot of time, you know what my creative time at that point ended up being? Playing Animal Crossing. A lot of Animal Crossing. Kind of like what I think is a new mentality where producers make video essays that they take months to work on and release when ready rather than force themselves into a stressful schedule. Absolutely, and that's, you know, if VZ is still here, again, I'm not trying to call you out, Alec, but Alec does that. And he, at least from my perspective, what I see that you talk about on Twitter and what you talk about on your Patreon, you know, you work on it and you take the time to craft it and make sure that you do video essays that you take time on, and to make sure that it's quality stuff that you want to release to the world, rather than rushing around to make sure, you know, that you get something out on a schedule. But it's really nice to see, and I like when you can see something that people have obviously put effort and love and work into. Like, I will watch video essay, like, okay, I watched a fucking 15-minute video essay today about truck nuts. What? Like, why did I have any association with it? Why did I even watch a video about truck nuts? I don't know, but it was fascinating and it was well done and I appreciated it. And now I know way more about truck nuts than most human beings do. Video producer Tim Rogers is like that. He puts out like 3 long-form videos a year, and they're a lot, but they're top-notch. I used to do the schedule mess and the magic disappeared, so I've resolved no more all-nighters, and videos happen when they happen, though I will endeavor to make them happen as often as I can. Kind of a laws of robotics thing for me. Yeah, I absolutely get that. And one of the reasons that it's a little easier for me at times is because my content by nature is unscripted. You know, so I don't necessarily have to need a link to the truck nuts. That's like, give me 1 second and I will pull it back up. It was I ended up skipping the ad in the middle. Because that was just kind of whatever. Library. Yeah, here we go. The dark side of truck nuts. Truck nuts essay. It's like 11 minutes long. It's a short one. But you know, for me, but again, even though I do unscripted content, if I am unwell, if I am exhausted, I'm not going to do... I'll skip a video. I'll skip a week. I'll skip an upload because I'd rather prioritize me feeling okay and being able to concentrate on and edit a video that, you know, ultimately for me boils down to chopping out my verbal pauses versus, you know, and I do the occasional scripted content, but I can't do that with any sort of regularity. That's why I went like literally, hang on, let me look. I gotta see, if I check, hang on, if I go to my channel, and I look at playlists, and I go to, where is, History? Yeah. So I did one episode of, no, go back. December 2018. And then the next scripted video I did, hey, shut up, was in 2021. So 18, 19, 20. I went almost 4 years between, 4 years between scripted videos on my channel. I mean, not scripted videos entirely, but in that series. I couldn't do those weekly. Oh, I will pull up, where is my... Hang on, I will find it. Oop. That's... But yeah, actually just put out a really good video. I'm gonna brag again because I like bragging about my friends. But Alec put out a really good video today on the game Tunic. And it is spectacular and made me want to play the game, even though I know I'm going to be real bad at it. You have Stephen Truck Nuts Slur right now. Oh, it's so true though. Like there was a fucking... There's lore. There's like a Hatfield and McCoy-esque feud for fucking Truck Nuts. It's wild. Oh, I hit a level, you know, okay, so I'm gonna get Watermelon to 45, and then after I get Watermelon to 45, we're gonna do a, tier maker list. Making the Achewood storyline where the main character tries to market phone nuts, truck nuts for your cell phone. Yes, exactly. It's so good. It's very good. I don't know who that guy is with the truck nuts video. I'd never watched any of his stuff before, but somebody in a Discord server that I'm in shared it, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting, and I kept it in an open tab on my computer for like 4 days. And today, while I was putting my laundry away, I'm like, oh, it's the perfect opportunity to watch the Truck Nuts video. And I put it on, and fully expecting to watch it in the background, and it was very riveting. Very riveting. Fucking Truck Nuts. Who knew? Ugh. Fucking Aqua Ring. But that's, yeah, I think I've kind of reached a point mentally where I'm okay with keeping a schedule, because I'm also okay if I need to miss the schedule. Like knowing that I can do that and like, who is going to punish me? Like, I'm not gonna get in trouble if I miss an upload. I'm not gonna get in trouble if I don't go live one night because I'm tired. That just makes all the difference to me. So that was really helpful to get both into the mindset, and also to oh no, yeah, no, they're exactly, they are plastic testes for the back of your truck. It's bad. They're real bad. But yeah, so that's kind of where my brain is at. And also, now that I have decided to incorporate a third thing into my list of creative endeavors to attempt after work, I think I'm pushing that one off even more because that one is going to be way more effort. But I think it's just going to be easier to take my time with that because I've decided that I want to attempt to start writing and creating a visual novel. I brought it up on stream a couple times, because I feel like I can do it and I think it would be fun, but I've never made a video game before, but I've never written a book before either, but you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. But I think that is on the hierarchy of things that I do. It basically, like, number 1 is YouTube, number 2 is Twitch, and then number 3 is gonna be the VN. Because it just doesn't, there's no rush on that. I don't need to, I have no deadlines. I have no, I'm not making it for a project, or I'm not making it for like a Ludlum Dare or any of like a game jam or anything like that. I'm making it for the sake of making it. A 65-year-old woman, yes! Pulled over for having truck nuts because the cop's daughter, he's like, I have a daughter and I think that's indecent. In South Carolina, well, they were fight to the death for your ability to fly the fucking rebel flag. But oh no, a truck nut! Heaven forbid. It's a very good video. It's fascinating. Highly recommend that one if you guys haven't clicked it yet. I'm not a nationalistically oriented person. But I do take pride in the fact that my country has a distinct lack of truck nuts in it. You know what? That is valid. And I would say, well, I would say that I haven't seen them lately. But I absolutely saw a pair last week. And I had to deal with that. Saw truck nuts. Here. I made a comment in regards to this story. It looks like Automod. Oh, hang on. Let me pull up. JT, if you want to send it again, I will approve it. I didn't have, like, the one that I can approve Automods it up, but I do now. You know what? I'm okay with this 3-minute Rings of Power ad. I just need a breather from Truck Nuts. So I know if there's an ad going, you can't hear me, so... Boo! Oh, the moment has moved on. Understood. I'm gonna keep it up in the background, though, in case Autobot decides to be a little pain in the butt again. Oh, it's on YouTube? Okay. I started paying for, like, okay, I got a free subscription to YouTube Prime or YouTube, what is it, YouTube Red? YouTube give us money and we'll take away the ads? Whatever it is, I actually started shelling out for it, even though it's fucking expensive. Premium, yeah, thank you. I actually started paying for YouTube Premium because I got so many political ads that I just could not bear to deal with those again. And I was like, oh, you know what, maybe I don't really need it. Maybe I can, you know, get rid of it and I'll be okay. I'll be okay. And then I saw one ad and I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I will pay so much money to not have to deal with ads. It was, oh God. And it's not even like the big presidential ones. It's like the local ones that I really don't want to see. Like, oh God, I super don't care. Just don't hurt yourself in your confusion and you'll be fine. Don't hurt yourself, Watermelon. God damn it. This... Yeah, exactly. But they got even more... It's not presidential, but it's like the Senate ones. I bought it originally for Cobra Kai when it was there with a large number of ads there. Now maybe decide to keep it, also being able to play podcast music while not in the app. Yeah, that was nice. I can always minimize it if I'm not watching it, and it'll still play in the background, and I like that. You know, I'm gonna try to use... But I absolutely agree, because the local elections are where you should focus your energies on a lot of the time. But this was like step below presidential, and I just didn't want to deal with that at that point. I'm like, I'm done with that. Truck nuts! Truck nuts indeed. Oh, good. I'm not confused anymore. Good. Oh, okay. So apparently full heals do remove confusion. That's good. I didn't know that. Fuck. They both sent each other cease and desist. You are... Okay. You are not going to believe where it goes from there. How they solve the resolution. It just... It goes in a direction that I did not expect. My favorite part is where the one guy goes undercover and puts on a fake mustache to go into the one place to try to buy wholesale truck nuts from the other one. And they realize it's him because of all of the video advertising that he'd done. It's really just unbelievable. I did not expect truck nuts to be that fascinating! And then I was like, do I want to get truck nuts? And I'm like, no! Why would I want those? Like, it served its purpose. I was like, wow, they got I think my favorite pair of truck nuts they showed in the show, or in the video, were the ones... Yeah, I liked the ones that had the disabled, like they were disabled hang tag. So yeah, videos are, the comment thread back and forth was the thing that did me in. The fucking 1,000 comment long comment thread where they were just like aired out their fucking grievances about truck nuts. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Like, brilliant, right? I mean, like, not actually brilliant, but just what? I was watching wrestling, I totally forgot. Just blows my mind. Alright, we got to 42. Very nice. No, besides catching up on NJPW. New Jersey power watching. Never not funny. Never not funny. Let's do average. It was like JC is actually one of the reasons why I know anything about wrestling now. So that's awesome. Yay! People learn me things. I appreciate it. Woo! Falling backwards. Cheer! My burgeoning interest in wrestling is very much ushered forward by, of all people, my boss, and he and I have plans to go halvesies on the next AEW PPV in September. Woo! That should be fun. My one coworker really wanted to go see My Chemical Romance together, but those tickets are so sold out. It was really funny. I rarely watch it over as I got so many other people into it. It's now, I will say it's only like a casual knowledge thereof, but there are certain wrestlers that I am more inclined to be excited for than others. Punk's back, I'm happy about it. But it was like all the guys that for the most part, all the guys that I liked from WWE went to AEW. I think there's like one that's, I guess, maybe, I mean, it's like The Miz and The New Day are still at WWE. You ever listen to Bell Witch? No, should I? So I know the reason I know about Good Mythical Morning. Man, and that's funny because I don't really watch Good Mythical Morning that much anymore, but it's still fun. I just fell out of it. I think that might still be, I might want to start watching that again. My sister still watches. Ooh, I'm not opposed to Super Gothy Funeral Doom Metal. And I dig the name. Oh, everything I look up about the Bell Witch is like, who put Bella in the Witch Elm. Punk is back, but apparently started some sort of drama in AEW last Wednesday. Of course he did. Just got into them, they toured through my area, so I was, ooh. Oh man, that sounds cool as shit. Hello, everybody coming in from Armageddon time. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Sonic has returned to butt-chugging meth. Oh my god. We've been raided. We have indeed. My name is Elise Explosion. I am a variety streamer, but right now we are leveling up and level grinding some Pokemon. And talking about, apparently, wrestling and doom metal. So, I hope you're in for a good, you should be in for a good time. Bell Witch. Bell Witch Band. There we go, that'll work. Let me show you my Pokemans. Ooh, okay. Oh shit, yeah, ooh, a visual album. Ooh, okay. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna check out. Oh, and Truck Nuts. I forgot about Truck Nuts. Hey, Mook, how you doing? We did watch, several of us did watch a video about Truck Nuts because that's our life. That's me! Punk won the championship but immediately got injured, so they named Mox as the interim champion. Now Mox is saying there's no interim, and they gave him the belt outright, so when Punk came back, he got pissy for letting that happen, so Punk and Mox... Ooh, God! Spicy! Big news on Dynamite this week is that Kenny Omega's back. This is wrestling shit that I know maybe this much about, but it's still fascinating to me. So what were you guys playing? And Necro, how you feeling? You feeling? Because I know you'd been ill. Jesse was playing Sonic Triple Double Remake. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Is that a fan remake or is that like an officially licensed kind of thing? Feeling not amazing, but I think I'm on the mend. Awesome, good, good. I am very happy to hear that. We've had a bit of a scare around here too. Mr. Explosion got sick earlier this week. Oh no. Oh no. Don't hurt yourself. Thank you! Good. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. It's a fan. Okay. So one of Michael's coworkers' wives had gone to California for a Snoopy convention, and I guess she got sick. Why am I using Earthquake when I have ice moves? I didn't think that the ice moves would work against a partial ice. One of my coworkers was out all last week with COVID too. Oof. Bellwitch, you should check them out. They're the kind of band to release an album that's a single hour and 20-minute song paying tribute to a former member who passed away. Suddenly, that sounds dope. Avalanche is neutral on Obama Snow. Ooh, okay. Good to know. We'll do that. Why did I not even bother trying? C19 Charlie Brown coming this fall on ABC. Since you mentioned Snoopy, I have to send you something. Oh boy. But yeah, so apparently she went to a Snoopy convention, came back with the Rona, or, well, we don't know what she came back with. People scroll depicting Snoopy. Oh my god, friends, this is amazing. Hang on, where's my Firefox so I can show everybody? This is one of the those AI generated medieval scroll depicting Snoopy wearing a bacon suit. I think this one's my favorite, like middle right. That's a good one. I think bottom right might have the best medieval scroll to it. This is great. Oh god. That's so good. Oh wait, I need this back up so that I can see in case friggin' Automod decides to be a little jerk again. Come on. Oh my god, the perils of having one monitor. Alright, I'm not gonna... Nope, I don't want to deal with you and your parish song right now. I just need to go heal first. Come on, let's go. So yeah, this person got sick with something. And then Michael went and he got sick, and we did not have a lot of COVID tests in the house. So he's taken 2, was negative on both of them, and he appears to be on the mend. So we don't think it's actually, and I haven't gotten sick at all, so we don't think it's COVID. But we have one more test that we're gonna need, and he's gonna use if he's not feeling too much better. But just recovered from the COVID 2 weeks ago after avoiding it for 2.5 years. Seems to really be getting around. I have avoided it thus far, and I'm hoping to maintain my streak, but I don't know if it's gonna last. And damn, JT, were you commuting into the city at that point too? Alright, let's see what Avalanche. Oh, not fucking Swagger! You know, yeah, now Necro, you were saying that you and your mom got it from like a fucking maintenance worker that came in to do work on the house? Last hour, my throat has gotten kind of sore. I mean, you might have also been, it might just be the truck nuts. He tested negative? Oh. Fuck. That's... Okay, Avalanche it is. Pretty sure we got it when we took Gibbs to the vet. Oh, fuck. And then you couldn't even bring Gibbs in. Well, hopefully you guys will be able to get Gibbs in soon to get that taken care of. Yeah. I am still mostly shocked that with the amount of people that I deal with at work, I've managed to avoid thus far. But most of the time I'm engaging with people, I'm outside. So it's not the worst, but it's not the best either. I'm deeply, oh, come on, brain. What's the word you wanted to use here? Deeply sympathetic to most people who have gotten COVID, specifically for reasons beyond their control. I mean, I assume everybody has gotten it for reasons beyond their control, but sometimes people are just fucking idiots. So, but that's nobody that comes here. Really nasty cough was the first sign. Now, okay, here's another question. Is it a dry cough or is it one that's got a little phlegm to it? And apologies for the disgusting phrasing, but you know, here we go. Oh, fuck you, Aqua Ring. Sore throat phase was the absolute worst part for me. Dry cough. Okay. Okay, so that's because Michael's had some really bad chest congestion, so that's why I didn't think it was COVID. Has Meryl used NuvaRing? It's super effective. It's 99.9% effective. There we go. There we go. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. Isn't at a specific scene during Shin Gojira last night? No. No. No, what'd you share? Did have bad nasal drip too. It was like a nasty cold with fever thrown in. Oof. Okay, so I get why wasn't I using fucking Avalanche? I feel stupid now. I mean, not like, you know what I mean. For the scene when Gojira unleashes all the nuclear energy from all of its spines as well as the mouth and tail into the Gojira surrendered itself with its Z power. Gojira used light that burns the sky. It's super effective. That's perfect. That's fucking perfect. Little shitty Turtwig, you ain't worth my time. Let's use Mud Bomb. Don't spoil the game for late CT. I think I'm 17 years too late. I mean, I've also played this one before, so I keep that bot on, at least that specific, oh jeez. Oh no, I don't like this. I know, I'm trying to not, why am I not using fucking ice? Oh, I'm being so stupid. What time is it? How long have I been streaming? Oh, God. And you know what the stupidest thing is? I know better. I absolutely know better. But here I am like, oh, la 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 la, I'm gonna use this because it'll go. I feel like I'm still better at most things than Sparkle. I'm definitely better at maintaining human relationships. It's 11 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Unborn. I had to walk her through Shield. Shield's so easy! Like, I enjoyed what I played of Sword and Shield, but I couldn't even finish it because it was just... eh. I mean, I would not... This does not surprise me to hear. Like, genuinely does not surprise me to hear any of that. But, like... I thought she was a Pokemon kind of person. I thought she liked that kind of shit. I don't know. Like, I mean, I understand. Like, I think what for me is if I'm streaming, I don't always make smart decisions when I'm doing things. But I don't make really stupid ones when I'm doing like when I'm just like level grinding. But that feels like you just, well, again, I'm going to say words out of my mouth that you are going to be like, yeah, nah, yeah. And of course I just forgot what they were, but it feels like they were just pretending. You know? It feels like she was just kind of saying shit just to say shit and not actually understanding what she was talking about. That's true. Poison types are a little brutal. I think it's because up until a certain point, poison types weren't super commonly used. Like, I mean, at least in my experience, I didn't really see a lot of people using poison types that weren't, like, Nidoking, Nidoqueen. But I don't do, PvP. That's true, Venusaur. I also never used Venusaur. With Pokemon, like to get others' thoughts. I put so much effort into Pokemon Blue, collecting every Pokemon, leveling them up for battles, that starting over in a new game frustrated me. Anyone else feel that way? That's okay. That's actually a very interesting perspective. So I think for me, because I didn't, and also I used Roserade, so I had a little bit more experience with poison than most people. But for me, my first Pokemon game was that I could interact with other people with was Diamond. Like, I didn't have a Game Boy, so I didn't really have that experience of going through those with other people. And I had an emulated version of Silver that I played forever. No! Fucking... Like, bring it, like, she's like, oh, I got Gardevoir. I'm like, don't bring a fairy. She's like, okay, well, I got Hatchery. It's still a fairy! Oh, fuck, I'm just gonna run away from this guy. I don't feel like dealing with Swagger right now. Swagger, and I'm gonna sleep. Well... Oh, I woke up. But I used Avalanche. Okay, that's good. So for me, by that point in time, it was easier to trade Pokemon. So, like, the grinding and getting through everything in the early, like, the Game Boy games, where you couldn't, you know, you couldn't trade with anything other than those games. I could see why, you know, if you were to move on to Swagger's banned in PvP, good, it fucking sucks. if you were to move on to one of the GBA games or one of the DS games, you couldn't even bring your original party with you unless you went through a really convoluted back-asswards way. I think there's a way. I saw a video on it once. You can import your Pokemon to, I think you can import it to one of the GameCube games and bring it up through that, but it's not like, it's not easy. So I could see why that would be off-putting, you know? Not only is it not easy, I don't think it always is effective. I have to find... Okay. Okay, this is totally fine. It sucks that 2 of the Pokemon in this area have Swagger, and one of the Pokemon that has Swagger has Perish Song, which, if I didn't have Swagger, or if I weren't being impacted by Swagger, would not be nearly as bad. But oh god, fucking Perish Song. Sparkle is so bad that she would use a move, say it's super effective, and she'd pick something to... In this area for experience. I'm just experience threshold here. I'm not really doing much in the way of EV training right now. Just because it's a Nuzlocke, I don't want to invest that kind of time. Though I have been level grinding for probably 2 weeks on stream now. Oh, it's a little funny when I say it that way. Like, if I were doing PvP, I'd be a bit more inclined to EV train. But just for a randomizer Nuzlocke, I'm not necessarily too pressed to worry about that. Right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get everybody to level 45. Because the Elite Four, once I make my way through that, yeah, I'm in Decimumi. Oh, I could probably... Decimumi has a speed up option. I do, but I'm afraid to do that. Simply because it's a Nuzlocke. Because I'm afraid of like blasting through it and then somebody's gonna faint when I'm not paying attention. A friend of mine had a level 100 EV trained whale orb which you can roll out the entire time in Elite Four. That's awesome. Where's that fucking speed up option at? I'm curious now. I can map it to a button. Ooh, fancy. I just speed up safer parts like getting the account. Ah. I will have to play around with that off stream. Just to make sure I can get what I need to get. Itchy time. I'm so close. Where am I at? Am I at 40? Oh god, I'm really close. Okay, I'm gonna get this one more level on Watermelon. Refuse to grind in those logs, make them extra scary. Oof. Normally if I'm just playing through a regular game, I don't grind. I just kind of go through as best I can. But at this point, I would get my ass thoroughly handed to me by the Elite Four. So I looked it up, and the highest level Pokemon I will encounter at all in the E4 and with Lance is level 50. So I figure if I get to 45 across the board, then I can probably safely enter and see how I do. But also because it's a randomizer Nuzlocke, I don't know what the Elite Four's teams are gonna be. The only thing I know is that based on the encounters that I had earlier in the game, I'm pretty sure Lance's Dragonite has been replaced with an Electivire. I do have coverage, that is very true. I'm being a little panicky right now, I'm sure of it. Ouch. I hate you, I should have used fucking Ice Shard. Watermelon, wake up. No. Just wake up. Nope, you swagger, I'm running. Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, I like this. This is good. Do this. Yes! Alright, that's good. I am pleasantly surprised at the coverage that we were able to get. Oh, Necro, did I tell you that my, the Macargo that I so painstakingly leveled up finally fucking bit it?
I went to 7-Eleven because I was craving Doritos.
Yeah. Oh no, are these Halloween Dunkaroos?
I don't know, but they're orange sherbet, it says.
Vanilla cookies and orange sherbet frosting?
It's also to get able to get you 3 of the 4 Lay's crossover flavors. They were out of the chili cheese.
You know what? I didn't see those at Wawa today either. I wonder if are these both for me? There's one for you.
You can give me some.
Take one. That'd be silly for me to eat 2. Dunkaboos! Macargo is a chomp.
Did we have a dance yet?
We have not had a dance yet, no. Well, I also did. Michael, bring in the new friend. Yeah, it was funny because I was using Macargo. Oh, we got a dance party! Are you bringing in friend?
What, amateur?
What am I, an amateur? We got, for Mr. Explosion's request, we got a new one. So, let me minimize this real quick and we will see. Love this party. We got a new one. He's orange. It's very funny because his name is Nico, and I cannot hear the name without thinking, Nico cousin, let's go bowling. Unfortunately, his little tag does not say that he likes bowling, but apparently he loves dinosaurs, art, and cooking. Does Suikoden 5 have Axolotl? He looks like a Gorochu. Hey. Does Suikoden 5 have axolotls? Had lizards that people ride on. Ooh. Interesting. I know there are axolotls or something axolotl equivalent in Final Fantasy XIV because friends keep sending me pictures of them. But I can't get into MMOs. I've never been able to get into MMOs. They do nothing for me. So I'm thankful they exist.
Skin in Fall Guys.
Oh yeah, I did see the Fall Guys skin. That looks kind of cute.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to spend $8 on a game I've never played. So. Boo earns. Oh, there's also an axolotl guy in Fortnite, which is another game I'm not going to ever spend money on because Christ. I mean, it almost looks fun if you're playing with the right group of people, but I can't get into it for myself, and I don't think I want to get into it for myself. So. Oh, and apparently Minecraft, too. I guess the Minecraft ones exist. But again, that's another game that I have negative amounts of interest in. If I wanted to play Minecraft, I would just play Terraria. Dang, okay, that works so much better than... I wanted to play Terraria to seek therapy. Well, to be perfectly honest, when I was really big into Terraria, I was not great, let's just say. And now that I'm a lot better, I haven't really touched Terraria in years. So, I guess that tracks. I enjoyed it as like a multiplayer game. Like I had a lot of fun playing it with friends who would, you know, help me do dumb shit and build things, but also I just liked the looks a lot better because it looked like a Super Nintendo RPG. Ah, my mortal enemy. Fucking Polytoad. Fucking Perish Song! That's better. I hope. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so close. Come on. Like, what, 2 more? We gotta get through 2 more? Yeah, Earthquake definitely better on. I couldn't remember if... What's the dual typing on Polytoad? Because obviously I know that Poliwrath is fighting water. Oh, why did I use Mud Bomb? That was stupid, and now he's got Water Gun. Polytoad's pure water. Oh. I thought it was a dual type. Okay, for some reason I thought it was like dual type poison. Hello everybody coming in from Liz's stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. How was your cult activity? Ah, Turtwig. I've been severely... Water poison would be tentacle, that's true. You died so much. Oh no! How are the Mons? We're doing good, we haven't died! Skrelp is... I like Skrelp. I like Skrelp. We've not died. We just hit 45 for Watermelon. So now we are, I guess we're gonna do that. I've got 1 more to get up to 45. So that's pretty good. Oh, hang on. I need to get something real quick because there's something that I wanted to show you. And anybody in the stream, because I was talking about this before, but I gotta go get it off the table. I'll be right back. All right, so this is another Elise's work story, and I think I told a little bit of it before. Yeah, I told a little bit of it before. So the site that I was on last week, we did a lot of test pits, which is when you get the big excavator and they just scoop in the ground and they pull out what's there so you can see kind of like a profile of what is in the ground. And we were looking for a tar-like substance, which, boy howdy, we found. I think I showed off my shirt. I absolutely wrecked it. But 2 of the test pits that we dug were full of glass bottles, old glass bottles. And there were some really, really cool ones, old like perfume bottles, old colored glass. And we were like, okay, digging around. And then I found one. I was like, I'm keeping this. I don't know what it is. It's a little frightening. I'm keeping it. Let me save the game real quick. God, I've got 47 hours into this fucking Nuzlocke already. Because we're saving the game, and then we're going to be doing something else real quick. But the little bottle I picked up. It's terrifying. There's like a red liquid in it of some variety. There's like a cork stopper that I'm never going to remove because I don't know what this is. But it reminded me of like an Emperor's New Groove with like the poison, the poison for Cusco's poison. And I couldn't leave it. But and if you look inside, I don't know if it'll show up on camera. You can kind of see there's like a dropper almost. And I am fascinated by whatever the fuck this is. I don't know what it is. I love it. It is absolutely going in my Halloween display. But that is my scary find for the day. And that's what I wanted. I'm like, oh man, Liz is gonna love this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna put on some music real quick in the background. There were some really cool ones that I should have taken with me as well. But I was like, I don't think I want to deal with that at the moment. So we're done with this. We're gonna save again just because I want to be sure. There were a couple of like the blue ones that were for Milk of Magnesia, but I'm like, I don't want to keep that one. But that one just caught my attention, and also it wasn't in the tar, so I'm like, okay. So let me hide my Pokemon, and then we're gonna go over to Hot Take Central right now, my friends. Welcome to the updated Pokemon starter tier list maker. I am ready to cause some dramas tonight because I have opinions and we are going to classify some Pokemon right now. So I changed. I have a few old Milk of Magnesia, but the color's really pretty, but they always have to fill exactly. I changed the titles, instead of like S, A, B, C, D. So now we have I choose you. I might choose you. I considered choosing you. I didn't choose you, and you were never in contention for consideration. So, this is probably going to be some very spicy takes right now, because a lot of people do not tend to agree with me, and I understand that. This is not me saying that a specific Pokemon is bad. It is just based on whether or not I personally would use them in a Pokemon game. Ranking of Lit is going to be a big factor for me. Oof. Alright, so I'm gonna just start in the beginning, and make my way through. We're gonna start with Gen 1. And I will say that some of the Pokemon that I have used in my playthroughs may not end up in the I Choose You tier. Simply because sometimes I'm just kind of forced into a choice. I didn't like that reaction. I need to put it this way. I'm not a huge fan of the cat Pokemon. Just as a general statement. I don't typically opt for cats. And I think it tends to stem from the fact that I'm highly allergic IRL. So, well, I'm out. I'm just super allergic to cats. Honestly, they're probably all just gonna be pretty mid-tier for me. But okay, I do like the concept though. It's pretty funny. So, my first one, and this is what is probably going to be a super divisive one. For Bulbasaur, I didn't choose you. Bulbasaur's fine. Bulbasaur's a very cute little guy. I never use grass-type starters. I have never once used a grass-type starter. Actually, no, well, the only grass-type starter I've ever used is actually, Turtwig in this particular Nuzlocke that I'm playing, and it wasn't even my starter. And like, we spoiled the well, you may be surprised by things. You may be surprised. I may place things in different tiers. Now, yeah, I 9 times out of 10 I go fire, and then I go water. So I will say that Charmander is an I might choose you. Charmander I ended up liking in later games better, but for Gen 1, he would have been my starter. And Squirtle is I considered choosing you. Because Squirtle's objectively fine. Just he's alright. But just I don't know. I don't necessarily like Blastoise, and I really super dislike Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise fucks me up, man. Mega Blastoise is just a weird fucking dude. And in case you haven't seen him, what is this? What is this fucking thing? What is this fucking thing? Terrible. So bad. Makes me sad. Okay. I would put Chikorita in I considered choosing you, because Chikorita is very cute, and even though Chikorita's stats end up being a little bit lower than most of the others, I think that its final evolution is really cute. Cyndaquil, my baby, my sweet. I love fucking Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is a definitively I choose you. Oh, are you guys ready for the first spiciest take? Never. I do not like the little alligator guy, whose name I can't remember right now. Jesus Christ. Totodile? Totodile. Never liked Totodile. Feraligatr weirds me out. I mean, Feraligatr is slightly better now. I think Feraligatr is definitely a Pokemon that I ended up liking a lot better later on. Okay, I feel a little bit better right now. Hang on, I need to put you over here. I don't know why you're at there. That's better. Okay. And also Trico is going and you were never in consideration, because I feel like Trico is particularly fragile and just doesn't end up being that much of a contender. All right, I'm putting Turtwig. God, come on, brain. What is that thing? Oh my god, why can't my brain remember the name of the fucking Pokemon right now? It's not Chikorita. Big angry firebird that turns into a man. Fire chicken. That's an I might choose you. Because he ended up being the first of the firefightings, and then there was firefightings for like 3 gens in a row, and I got really tired. Torchic, Jesus Christ, thank you. Thank you. It is 11:30 at night, so my brain is very much in that state of mind where my brain cell is the screensaver on a DVD player that just keeps bouncing around the screen. So I'm gonna forget things. A lot. However, Mudkip is an I choose you. I fucking love Mudkip. I think Mudkip is great. I like Torchic a lot, but I think just Mudkip just ekes it out ever so slightly. And also, Swampert is great in Pokemon Go. Torchic is fun. Torchic is great, and apparently when I learned that they designed Blaziken specifically to be unappealing, that kind of made me love Blaziken even more. So, every once in a while you're gonna hit that corner of the screen. I do like Mudkips. I do indeed. Do I have that up here? I don't. When I was in college, that was when not only was the Do You Like Mudkips meme came out, but that was right around the time that they were releasing a lot of the single episode DVDs, or not single episode, but they were releasing a lot of the single Pokemon DVDs. So I ended up buying a DVD of just Pokemon episodes about Mudkip, and we had a Mudkip night in the apartment. It was very fun. I also like Fennekin, so. Alright, Turtwig, you go up the list a bit more, because I have chosen you, and I think you're pretty great right now. I know objectively not the best, typing-wise, but, like, my boy Kiryu is really coming in clutch. I hate monkeys. So, Flamin' Monkey Butt over here was never a consideration. I could not do it. I've never been a monkey person. They always kind of weird me out. I don't hate them, but they're never going to be, like, my first choice. I could probably use one. And also, yeah, Piplup was my starter, so I'm going to go with Piplup up there as well. It's a very roller coaster of starter choices for Gen 4, because there are 2 really solid good ones and then one that I just absolutely dislike. Like, do not want at all. I love Piplup. Piplup is one of my favorite Pokemon. I used one through my Diamond playthrough, and I'm pretty sure I have one in my my Brilliant Diamond playthrough. They're just really good, solid Pokemon, and they get that Steel typing, which I really like. Okay. You know what? I'm actually gonna drop you down a tier, because if I hadn't been forced into using you, I don't know if I would have picked you outright. But Snivy. Snivy goes in I choose you. I love Snivy. I think Snivy is one of the strongest grass-type Pokemon. Or strongest grass-type starters. I think it's a really solid choice. I've always really like, even like since it was Smugleaf, I always really liked Snivy. I started Pokemon Black 2 with a Snivy at one point. And I never got through it because that game, I was like playing it in the parking lot at work, so I never finished it, but very much like that. Tepig, you're gonna go in I didn't choose you. Just because, again, I don't hate Tepig, but I just got so tired of firefighting types that I never wanted to do another one. But of course, Oshawott for me is actually the starter of choice for Gen 5. I think Oshawott's great. I love the little Scalchop. I think he's very fun, very funny. And I also really like Samurott. I think Samurott is a really strong evolution. So, okay. This is going a bit faster than I expected, so that's good. Now we are on to Gen 6. And... C, it begins with a C. This guy. Oh, it just goes by the Pokemon number? Fudge. Brain, come on. I just caught one of those today and go. Brain is off. Turning on go. Anyway, I'm gonna go and didn't choose you. Just because, I don't know. Chespin, thank you! God, I knew it began with a C. This is really bad. Like, I am definitely at the state of mind where things that I should remember, like the names of Pokemon starters, I'm not remembering. And it's kind of funny. Let's go to Kalos. That's where we're at. Okay. But anyway, Chespin is fine. I don't necessarily like what Chespin evolves into. So that's why Chespin's kind of low on the list. My sister ends up using the grass type starters a lot. I stopped to Gen 4, so you're gonna do better than I will. Valid. Fennekin is an I choose you. I really liked Fennekin. I thought that Delphox was a great Pokemon. I thought Delphox was really, really interesting. It was a unique typing choice, I thought, with the Fire Psychic. And I used it. Her name was Kansas. She was great. And Froakie is, you were never in consideration for contention. No, I don't like Froakie. I hate the tongue thing that Greninja does. I hate the tongue thing. It weirds me out. It's not great. It's like 0 out of 10 for me. So yeah, that's that. Alright. Gen 7. This is gonna be a spicy one. So I'm gonna start with Poplio because I love Poplio. Poplio was great. Primarina was great. I felt that I wanted to use a water type starter. I felt that it worked well with the island aesthetic, shall we say. Now the hottest of contention, I'm gonna say I might choose you for Litten right now. Because though I did not start with Litten, I think that Incineroar is a very funny Pokemon. And also with the Fire Dark typing, it's like Houndoom, but not quite. Fine. Para, hello! How are you, dear? I hope you are well today. Litten itself is a very cute character design. And I think the fact that he turns into a big, muscly, Wrestleman is very funny. So that's why he goes and I might choose you. Rowlet, I'm doing alright. I'm having a good night. Rowlet, I think Decidueye is great. But the one thing that I was sad about with Rowlet was that Rowlet lost its flying typing. Because, like, it starts out grass flying, Dartrix is grass flying, and then Decidueye is grass ghost. I feel like it was definitely kind of a detriment to just change its typing up so abruptly with the third evolution there. So I'm gonna put Rowlet in I considered choosing you. Grookey, my friend, you know what I said about monkeys. I couldn't. Sobble just makes me really sad, and Inteleon is just a weird fucking Pokemon. Weird choice to me. I I considered choosing you. Yeah, Score Bunny is very much my I choose you. I thought Score Bunny was great. I thought Cinderace was really fun. I thought that Cinderace with Delphox would have been really funny. So that's my team there. And now the new guys! Oh my god. Okay, so spicy take time. I would die for Bubble Bobble over here. Fuecoco is great. I love Fuecoco. I'm very excited to see what we get with Fuecoco. Don Quaxote over here. I'm gonna say no. I didn't choose you. I'm so curious because a lot of these rankings I am based on their final evolution, and we don't know that for the Gen 9 starters yet, right? Like there's just like regular leaks, but like no genuine information on them. So as it stands right now, as of the 20th of August, when we have no further information on these evolutions, Don Quaxote is going in the I didn't choose you pile. And Sprigatito, oh, Sprigatito, you and I know. Every time I say Sprigatito, I just think Chiquitita, and my brain just wants to sing ABBA, which is kind of a strike against it, but also kind of not, because it's kind of fun. I think you are also going to be in I didn't choose you for the time being, because, like, the weed cat jokes are very funny to me, but I also... You know, what are you gonna end up being? Are you gonna be a dual type? Are you gonna be a solo type? What are we going to get from you, Sprigatito? There we go. So I think this is a pretty balanced list right now. I'm pretty happy. Well, let's rephrase. It's not that balanced of a list, but for me, this makes a lot of sense. I like it. I think this is very good. I know that there's definitely some spicy takes on here. But ultimately, I think the point of it is that I really like a lot of the fire type starters. So, yeah. Oh, with that being said, I think I'm gonna save the next tier list for the next stream. Let's see, nothing got caught by Automod. Is there anybody else live right now? Okay, so I'm gonna call it for tonight. We are going to go raid my friend Summer. She is doing a 24 plus hour stream right now. She's playing some golf with your friends, and she's a dear friend. I have known her for probably 15, 20 years at this point almost. So, if you feel like sticking around, send her some love. Just say hey. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. This was really fun. We've got one more Pokemon to get up to 45, and then we will take on the Elite Four. This was awesome. I'm gonna look up Bell Witch because I'm fascinated by the concept. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care, be well, and I will see you on Tuesday for some more grinding.